So I am Alex here in Ecuador, and we had an experience about inflation. So in 1998, in Ecuador, $1 was almost 2,500 sucres.
Okay.
That was our last currency.
So sucres was your last currency?
Right.
Okay.
So 1 year after, so $1 was almost 5,000, 6,000 sucres. We went to the banks, our families, our parents, they went and they tried to take out the money from the banks. But bankers, the president, all the politicians, they told us that we need to trust in them. So after a few months, at the end of that year, we had a terrible situation in Quito. We had an eruption, one volcano next to the city had an eruption, and it affects our economy as well. So the inflation was growing up very fast until $1 became 25,000 sucres.
Wow.
At that time, banks opened the doors. They told us, you can take your money. But at that time, we didn't have nothing.
So before that, they wouldn't let you get your money out the bank?
No, because the president permit them to close the banks.
Okay.
Yeah. So it was a very difficult situation. At that moment, a lot of people traveled to other countries. They went to mainly Spain, because for us it's easier Spanish, in Ecuador we speak Spanish. So it was almost each family lost a friend or a brother or sister. They traveled to other countries to work, because that year was really, really difficult in our history.
What year again was that?
1999.
1999, so it wasn't that long ago.
So officially on 2000 we start with dollars. So now our situation is not so good, it's not too bad. But the problem is that we depend on dollars.
Right.
Okay. That's what I can tell you. It's a history that happened here in Ecuador, and we live that experience.
Right.
So after 10, 11 years, we are trying to give our best to have a better economy in our country.
Right.
That is.
So currently right now, the dollar is your currency. So if something happens to the dollar, then you can have a problem again in Ecuador, you would think.
For sure, if our economy depends on the economy in the States.
Right.
We export roses, bananas, etc. to the States mainly. If in that country they have problems, here we have serious problems. It's something like that they have flu, we have cancer.
Right.
So, just an example, yeah.
All right, cool. All right, well, I appreciate you telling me about that. I remember you telling me a little bit about that story, and I wanted to kind of get this logged down on YouTube, because I've been telling subscribers to my newsletter about this for a long time, and this isn't something that just happened here in something that can happen just in the U.S., but it happens all around the world, and the U.S. can be susceptible to the same situation, same inflation, same devaluation of the dollar, and where it's going to be important if, for instance, maybe while that was happening, if you hadn't had your money in the bank in sucrose, had you had your money in the bank in another currency, that maybe that wouldn't have happened to people losing all their money or having their currency be depreciated as what it did. Where you say it went all the way up as like 25,000 sucrose to $1, right?
Yeah.
All right. Appreciate it.
All right. No.